I am Nancy Schmeck, reporting live from Calcutta, where a giant kangaroo has been foot-stomping a Mother Teresa's children's orphanage, a place where priests used to go to fuck little babies without incrimination, and now they're going to have to go through the courts to do it. Meanwhile, the big city kangaroo... Sorry, I cracked up. Meanwhile, the big city kangaroo thing is being piloted by Her Royal Highness, the future Queen of England, and she's demanding to be recognized as Empress of India. The Commonwealth Corporation have replied, and this is their official statement, la-di-da-di-da, rights of peoples, individuals, da-da-da-da-da. It's a referendum, people, a referendum. So, to represent the Eurasian Incorporated viewpoint, I'm here with 3 people currently being stitched back together in a field hospital. Let me just put the microphone into one of your faces. Let's have you, Lord, whatever it was.
Yes, I'm Lord Percival Chamberlain, and I want tea. I need tea.
There you have it, people. There you have it, people. The Eurasian Incorporated are going to back this claim by Her future Royal Highness, the Queen of England, currently Princess of England, demanding to be the Empress of India, because they want tea. Let's speak to this person. He looks like he represents a different point of view. I'm just going to point my microphone at you, Zassies. What do you have to say about the colonization, annexation, or vote, whatever referendum thing of the Indian people?
Well, I think that you should fuck off and die in a fire.
So there you have it, people. Eurasian Incorporated demanding tea and threatening war. Let's go talk to the last Eurasian Incorporated representative here and see if he can sway you to vote in their favor in the upcoming referendum.
Well, to be honest, it's all been a big mistake. We only wanted some tea, and I'm afraid it's got a little bit out of hand.
There you have it. Eurasian Incorporated's official statement from these 3 representatives is give us tea or war. The vote is up to you, people of India. Decide your fate.
Actually, if we are going to be absolutely accurate with my associate, what he actually suggested was tea or an orgy.
Because I
do believe that he said that we should all get fucked.
No, I'm sorry. We lost.
It was a declaration.
We lost the live feed. No, we lost the live feed. We lost the live feed. I'm sorry. It was cut. So, I'm sure your words will help sway some people to vote for the Eurasian Incorporated point of view in the referendum that's taking place right now. I hope you get well soon. However, it does appear that this medical facility is staffed by nuns from the former Mother Teresa orphanage. You can see one of them over there beating one of the patients with a large sledgehammer. She is going to be coming round to you shortly, so good luck with that.
Are you going to fuck off and die in a fire now?
She leaves.
See, he was saying give us tea or have hot sex. Fiery hot sex.
That's not what I was saying.
Oh, my microphone's flopped. Hang on. Ooh. Right,
I would just like to extend a welcome to our audience at this time and just say any chance we had of making this particular episode family-friendly viewing left the station about 30 seconds in.
Well, do you know how much fucking hassle it is to make it rated 18? I'm not even in the right page. Forget it. Just behave. Okay. You are you come to in a field hospital. I think Xerxes was still conscious. Maybe he tried to arrange something with what limited budget.
I did assume that I was sort of sitting on her bed, just keeping an eye on the others.
Yeah. So you've gone to the cheapest field hospital you could find, which was nearby, and sure enough, a nun is beating one of the patients with a sledgehammer. It seems that the cure they offer you here is to be treated harshly so that God can test you. It might not be that medicinally beneficial to stay. Nonetheless, you've all recovered to a few hit points, so you're conscious. So a minimum of 2 hit points, because I'm being generous. Because you made me a cup of coffee, otherwise it'd have been 1. I could have made it 1 hit point.
How many hit points?
2 whole hit points.
2.
2 whole hit points.
Well, we've been in worse straits than that. Let's be fair.
At the moment, I can say that I've been 7 worse situations than that right now.
Well, I can't talk and type, it seems. So, dead air. Never let there be dead air. It's also really hot in here. Maybe it's the coffee.
I know you said Nancy, but I did think you said Nazi smeg, in which case,
no, it's Nazi smeg. Right. Pick a number between 1 and 3. Please note, this is actually choosing a player and something bad will happen to whoever you choose, but I'm going to base it on my camera order. So collectively decide on the fate of somebody, please.
I'll go 3, but I will say there is only one number between 1 and 3.
I'll go 2.
Yeah, because 2 is the only number between 1 and 3.
Okay, so I heard 3, 2, and 2. So Phil, your phone rings.
Woohoo! Yes.
Hello, this is the UIG. Your apartment's been broken into. Would you like us to respond?
Yes, certainly. That's what I'm paying insurance for, surely.
No, you're not covered. That's 500 credits. We'll dispatch a team now. And the phone goes off. Okay. So the situation is you have outside the hospital on a meter a half-track lorry with one very weak brake. Seems to be a knack to it. You have to turn slightly left whilst you're braking for it to work. On the back of that is a crate of Dashwood's tea. Also on the back of that is Ed 209 with a toilet plunger stuck to his sensor array saying, please turn on the lights. Please turn on the lights.
Right, I turn to the 2 associates and say, right, the original plan is still on. If we can drive this hunk of junk to the Kangaroo and then let Ed 209's lights back on, he might be able to cripple this thing enough so we can get in there.
That's very true.
The original plan's still on. We just got to drive this bastard thing to wherever the Kangaroo is.
Unfortunately, I have all my limbs remaining.
It seems to be the only plan we have at the moment.
Yeah. So, who's going to drive and who's going to hug the tea to make sure it stays safe?
Drive.
Hello, I'm Sister Sledge. I'm here for your treatment, unless you'd like a treatment by a man. And there's a priest over the other side of the room looking eager.
Yeah, I punch her.
I'm taking the man.
Yeah, I punch her.
Wait,
I knock her down and look at her and say, there was no way to control it. It was totally automatic.
Please make a close combat roll against Sister Sledgehammer.
Sorry, I couldn't resist quoting a Sister Sledge song.
That was good.
Oh. Oh, the DM has been foiled again.
There was no way to control it. I don't have close combat.
Goodbye, those 2 hit points.
So what was it? Reflexes and close combat?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Actually, it's
no, it's not reflexes, isn't it? Isn't it athletics?
No, it's agility.
Agility. Yeah.
Well, in that case, I've missed by 3.
You shouldn't have done that, because I got all my sisters with me. Because we are family. Get up, everybody, and beat these punks.
So, in very appropriate fashion, I get out my new scimitar and just kind of hold it across my shoulder.
Okay. 2 battle nuns come running into the ward.
Is that a thing? Is it battle nuns?
Tis now. You made it happen. You did this combat. I wasn't going to run a combat here. You reap what you sow.
I'm sorry. I told you. There was no way to control it. It was totally automatic. You know, all of my systems went down, 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 down.
I feel like I need to change the music now. I've got it on too serious. Yeah, let's go for this instead. This is better.
I couldn't resist that.
Oh dear me.
Right then.
Yes, we've started as we mean to go on. Right, I'm just going to make a run for the. I'm making a run for the truck.
Okay, so you're just gonna just go for the window option or the door past the 2 battle nuns.
I'm going for the window option.
Window option sounds good.
Okay, with the window option, I'm just gonna give who's
What?
so sorry, I opened a web page with some Sister Sledge lyrics in case I needed them, and it started playing Sister Sledge out through the stream. So we're probably lost monetization now for those 4 seconds.
I didn't actually hear it, so
No, you won't. Anybody on the stream will. They've suddenly got. Actually, I'm not even sure it was Sister Sledge. It was only a few seconds. It just totally deafened me because it was just like full volume. Talking to things at full volume, let's do an intro. Yes, because we didn't do one. Because, like, we're a pair of geeks and there's a fancy graphic thing we pay for and stuff, so, you know, we've got to use it, right? So, okay, so you dive for the window. Whoever goes second out of you 2 is going to come under attack from Sister Sledgehammer.
Well, I think Lord Percival was first, I think, so I'm probably second.
Okay, so Lord Percival dives through the window first, taking 1 hit point of damage from the shattered glass. We'll deal with the landing in a moment. Second person to go through, Sister Sledgehammer, is going to take a swing at you. Meanwhile, Xerxes, what are you doing?
I was intending to actually try and disarm Sister Sledgehammer's sledgehammer.
Okay. Well, Sister Sledgehammer's going to do her attack, and then you're going to do the disarm, and I want to do it in that order because it'll just be funny if Phil goes down.
Yeah, cool.
It's like, because I'm a troll. And, oh, fuck me, 00. Right.
Oh.
Sister Sledgehammer goes to swing at Augustus, and the sledgehammer comes flying out of her hand, spins around a few times, and crashes into the wall, collapsing the wall out of the side of the hospital. Takes the whole wall out. This thing has immense over-the-top damage because Sister Sledgehammer. And the whole wall comes tumbling down toward the car park and, of course, towards Lord, because he jumped ahead of it. You go to disarm Sister Sledgehammer, but she looks startled and surprised at her mistake, giving you a perfect opportunity to do lots of harm to her if you wish. She's already disarmed. So.
I'll just try and decapitate her.
Okay. Oh, a cold shot.
Yes.
Is that -6 or -8 for the head?
Could be -8.
I believe it's -8, but I'm going to give you +4 because she's completely dumbfounded and unarmed.
yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she's prone.
So, well, she's not prone, but she's minus.
Yeah.
So
Okay. In
-4
that case, I got.
total.
Okay. Okay. So I haven't completely got it, but I've done like a normal pass by loads.
So
I
did you beat it by 4?
I haven't done the head, like beat it by 4. But if it was a normal attack, then I would have passed.
And called shot's a miss, so she ducks.
Yes, it's a miss.
Yeah, so she ducks under your scimitar, looking very, very surprised. You better not make a habit of that, as 2 battle nuns come charging in at you and attack you. Wow, okay. So, Xerxes, you take 1 point of damage. Sister Sledgehammer takes 12 points of damage as one of the battle nuns completely misses and stabs her in the arm.
Hilarious.
Not my greatest day ever.
Have I landed yet?
Not yet, no. No, you're still falling.
What floor are we on?
Maybe check that first.
Oh dear.
Well, we could see. Well, to be honest, you said that we could see the truck, so we know how high we were up.
No, I never said you could see it. I said the truck is parked.
To be honest, you can see the truck from far away.
Xerxes parked it. Xerxes parked it. He knows where it is, so I was explaining where it is.
Oh dear.
I just want to turn around and say, "Stop playing with those bloody penguins and move!"
Yeah, after my kind of blood-drunk state, once the nuns stopped doing really clumsy stuff to each other, I realised that I'm actually very close to being unconscious anyway. So I try and stagger outside as well.
So you're also going to jump out the window?
Sorry,
the big hole in the wall.
It's not a window. It's kind of like a side of the building's just missing.
What floor are we on again?
We don't know yet.
You take a look. It's about the 50th.
Oh.
Lord's nearly landed. So's the wall that's going to hit him when he lands. And Augustus is going to land on the rubble.
I'm already out, am I? Damn. Okay.
I'm going to try and glance around, see if there's any kind of elevator or a sign for an elevator.
No, but there's a fire escape ladder dangling in the wind.
Yep. I'm going to try that instead.
It looks really flaky, though.
Better than fucking jumping.
So you start climbing down the fire escape. The battle nuns sort themselves out and start heading towards the ladder above. So they're climbing down above you. But you've got a lead on them.
Yeah.
Okay. The next person to have some kind of action is Lord. Splat. The next thing to have some kind of action is a wall. Lord, take more damage. The next thing to have some... Basically, Lord and Augustus are in an unconscious pile on the floor. Yeah, you did this. You did this. That's all I'm saying. This was totally unnecessary.
It's all our fault, yes.
I wasn't even going to put a fight here. I don't like starting sessions with it straight into combat. So, I try to avoid that. Please. Right.
The sad thing is, I've just realised that the entire thing was premised on a song that's actually not by Sister Sledge.
Oh. I don't know what the song is.
Right. On your way down, Xerxes, you are presented with an opportunity.
Okay.
There is a window. You could smash and grab a good half dozen med packs there. But if you were to do that, and you'll have to swing into the window, the nuns will catch you up.
Okay. Is there a way out of the room?
Presumably. Some going deeper into the field hospital. I don't know why it's a field hospital with 50 floors, but,
I was just imagining like a tent,
So was I until Lord jumped out the window.
Okay. I'm going to risk it then.
Okay. You smash through a window and grab half a dozen med packs and head for the door opposite. It looks like some kind of interior door. Sister Sledge,
Sister Sledgehammer jumps through the window behind you. As you're leaving the room, she's entering. Meanwhile, Augustus, you're unconscious, but your phone rings. It rings off, of course, because you're too unconscious to answer it. And a voicemail is left, which reads, unfortunately, we didn't get to your apartment in time, and the thieves have taken everything apart from this snow globe. Oh, shit! They took everything, and they've smashed your snow globe.
Not my snow globe.
And there's a bedside cupboard, but it's been emptied. So you have nothing, no furniture, nothing at all. You've been billed 2,000 credits. Right. Xerxes, you have come out on level 24 of the big field tent. You run through the building and various alarms are going off, and you see yourself on numerous screens around the hospital. You're being followed by security cameras, and they're broadcasting it to everywhere, and it says terrorist alert.
Okay. Oh, fucking hell, I hope this works. Is there like a flight of stairs?
Sure.
Yep. And is it like either a spiral, or is there essentially like a way you can see all the way down to the bottom?
Yeah, where you can see all the way down, like a multi-story car park.
Yeah. Okay. This is not the first time multi-story stairs. Okay. If I've got time, I'm going to inject myself with a med pack.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let you have it.
Okay. And my second sort of plan, basically, I'm going to jump down the flight of stairs, but I'm going to be using telekinesis to hopefully slow the fall a bit.
Okay, how strong is your telekinesis? What's going on?
It is 250 kilograms.
That's enough to lift you slowly.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be like actual flight. It would just be to slow the fall.
Okay, so you will still impact at a fair speed. It'd be reasonable to say. So, all right, take off your telekinetic points. And I'm going to roll 3d10 for damage because you've arrested a lot of the speed.
How much do you get for the med packs again?
10.
Is it 10? Yeah.
Okay. 26. I'm sorry, I rolled high.
It was worth a try. I didn't say it was a good idea.
So, you land at the bottom of the stairwell in a pool of medpack fluid. So you have no medpacks left, but you're healing. Your body is soaking up this stuff. It's like coming towards you like the Terminator. Meanwhile, Sister Sledgehammer. God damn it, Ronnie, you're making me say Sister Sledge. Right, Sister Sledgehammer and her battle nuns are charging down the stairwells, floor by floor by floor on foot. It's very Quentin Tarantino videography at this point. And outside, the rubble moves ever so slightly. And observers nearby going over to the rubble to check if everyone's okay can hear a croaky voice saying, Lord and yes. Augustus, you are recovered from the rubble. A nun comes out of the ground floor of the field hospital, which has 50 floors, and beats you with a stick until you've got a hit point. Nuns, I'm sorry, that's how they do things.
Yeah, I've seen the Blues Brothers, hence the penguin reference.
Beats us with a stick until we've got one hit point.
Yes. Mother Teresa believed that the
Please
children
stop
should suffer.
doing that. Good God, woman.
We're trying to help you in the eyes of God.
Well, that's not helping. If you want to help, get us some tea.
You're Eurasian Incorporated. Wait a minute. The caption on the telly said terrorist, but if we were at war with Eurasian Incorporated, that's wrong. That's an injustice. I must put my sisters on this straight away. We must correct the caption. And she heads off inside on her ideological mission to correct the caption on the video monitors. Yeah, I'm trying to make this scene not too much of an interruption to the flow of the adventure.
Was she correcting it too? That we're at war? Or...
You were in 4 med packs of fluid, so I've rolled 4d10 because you didn't get them properly ingested, and you have gained 25 hit points.
Okay.
Wow.
If you want to get some more med packs for everyone else, you'll have to take a detour deeper into the hospital to find some. Meanwhile, Sister Sledgehammer and the Battle Guns are hot on your tail.
Okay. At this stage, yeah, my general plan would be to possibly grab some more med packs, but since they're coming down the stairs and they're quite easy targets, I'm going to say, oh, fuck the sword for now and just get my 2 guns out.
Okay. They come around the corner and you turn it into a Quentin Tarantino bloodbath. Quentin Tarantino is definitely the person who directed this particular scene. It's a bloodbath because they don't even get close. You've got guns. They don't get close. It's a massacre. You've killed nuns. Just so you're aware. The good news is this is the first time in the entire campaign where you've killed someone and there's no relatives that give a shit about them. Because, you know, the nuns are not married, they've got no kids, their parents obviously sent them off to a bloody nunnery in the first place, so they don't matter. Nuns are perfectly fine collateral damage in this campaign.
So what you're saying is, when asked the question, is there anyone to grieve for them? The answer is none.
Maybe God cares.
But none.
Yes.
None.
Yes.
You opened the door to that one. You know, if you're going to give me an empty net to shoot, I'm going to, you know.
Hello, Lord Morbius. He's found us. He's writing messages in the chat right now. So I'm trying to get the adventure on course. I've kind of blown all my ideas right at the start and have no plan for the rest of the session. So let's carry on and see how the players fuck up.
Yes, because we screwed it straight in the box.
Because we know how safe we are when we hear the immortal words from the GM. I haven't got anything prepped for this session.
Mm-hmm.
These are words that strike terror into the heart of players the world over, or at least the players in this video.
Okay, Xerxes emerges from the front of the field hospital carrying 4 med packs, tosses them to both of you, I assume. So you get 20 hit points each. Your truck's right there. It's got a little bit of roof embedded in the bonnet. On the back of it is a crate of tea and an Ed 209.
As I chuck them the med packs, I say to them in a rather sort of disdainful manner, next time take the stairs. And then I go and start up the truck.
I climb onto the back of the van, and I'm sort of stroking the box.
I think we have to keep an eye on him. He's
well volunteered. I'm driving.
Yeah, you better. You
the lights. Please turn on the lights. Please turn on the lights.
I turn on the lights for you.
Can you shut his gob as well?
It's just you can't stop it. And 209 just continually repeats that phrase. Right. And you start driving. Where are you headed?
To the princess.
Ah, straight to the kangaroo.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah, basically.
Okay. You drive out of the hospital grounds. It's a right-hand turn, so you can't slow up at all, and proceed to barge your way into traffic, sending some motorcyclist off into a shop window. And you proceed to head directly towards the gigantic city-sized kangaroo that stood on top of an orphanage. As you're heading towards it, you notice that the kangaroo is breathing fire.
Oh, I didn't know it did that.
Now, a fire-breathing kangaroo. It's been upgraded, dudes.
Bodacious.
Probably barbecues are probably on fire.
Speaking of bodacious, you also can't help but notice that on the distant horizon, approaching Calcutta, coming down over the hills, is the Sydney Opera House.
It's all coming into haunt us now, isn't it?
Also, as you're getting quite close to the kangaroo, you start notice that the sky is beginning to fill up with spaceships that haven't been mentioned since the very first episode. No, third, fourth episode, something. When you went up to that planet you blew up.
Oh, God, I thought it was the Nazis for a second.
No. The Nazis, they're still on the moon. So, yeah, the sky is filling up slowly but surely with lots of spaceships. They look big.
Okay.
Perhaps they're to help us.
I look and I just say, can you tell me just one example when something this pear-shaped came in our direction that was actually helpful to us? Just name one example that didn't blow up in our fucking faces.
Well, we do seem to have
and lose the tea.
We did seem to have rather a bad run of luck, I must say.
Welcome back to this week's show, folks, and your former phone that turned into a flying drone cam buzzes back into life. And we've got the voting results for should we send them to hospital or should we send them to Melon Branch, and it's one vote apiece, except they've already healed themselves, so we're just going to send in the Melon Branch. Let's see how our homeless agents cope with this, except we've heard news they're not entirely homeless, so we raided their homes and took everything.
Bastards!
I turn and I just say, right, listen. I don't care what happens now. I don't care if we put that princess on the throne or not. I don't care if we lose our lives after all this is over because it's looking like a dead cert. But I swear by everything that is holy about our company, I'm going to kill that fucking announcer before I leave this fucking country. I'm going to string him up by his testicles with cheese wire, and I'm going to get standard Indian tea by the gallon and perform an immediate enema on him. And then kill him. In fact, I might just use hydrochloric acid for the enema.
Fuck, Lord, that's dark even for you.
He's made an arse of us. I'm going to show him how to make an arse of things.
Hi, Hi, this is Nancy Smeg, the replacement announcer for Three Homeless Agents. This is this week's show. What the hell happens in this show? We just follow these agents? Really?
Okay,
I signed
I
this
turn to
contract?
Xer-
Where the hell is my agent?
Yeah, I turn to Xerxes and say, still think I'm being too dark?
I just shrug and keep driving.
We now have Nancy Smeg.
They are a tad
Still
annoying,
think I'm
I
being
must
too
say.
dark?
And it broke my snow globe, so
Is that a euphemism for something else?
no, they broke my snow globe and they broke into my apartment.
Has it got cracking or something?
No, it has
What's so
sentimental
exciting
value.
about this? It's a snow globe. You get them for like
It
2
has
credits.
sentimental value.
Look, there's a market there. I better sell snow globes.
You just don't understand.
Okay. The lead spaceship that's in the sky, the big fuck-off one, appears to be unloading something. And it looks like it's a really big red cup. And it's being rotated so that the cup, whatever's printed on the side of this cup, is just coming into view. And it says, Costa.
Motherfuckers!
Oh, I've got a plan B, guys. How about we find a little tea room, we take all our Dashwood's tea, and we drink it all until we die.
I like that idea.
I'm with you. I like the Dashwood's idea, but I have a third option. Let's set Ed 209 on that fucking kangaroo first. Then we find the tea shop. I just want to see that kanga.
Okay.
crippled.
Why do I get the feeling that Elizabeth I diehard fan is inside the cup?
Then we set Ed 209 on the cup as well.
Roger that.
Okay. You are coming up to the kangaroo's left foot. You start decelerating. It's not really working because the brakes don't work on this lorry. So you bump into the foot. Something falls off the lorry. It's probably not important.
I look anyway.
It's the tea.
It's the tea!
No,
Stop the truck! Stop the truck!
no.
It's the tea!
So, you know when you said you were going to hold on to it with dear life?
I was being practical.
Right, who here can activate the robot?
Oh shit! Right, you guys get ready for the robot. I'm going back for the tea. I need
Surely
tea.
all you have to do is point the robot at the kangaroo and take the sucker off its head, surely.
Yes, I'm going for the tea.
Okay, the tea is just to the side of the truck. The truck is in a bit of a slightly crumpled heap, pressed up against the kangaroo's foot.
I acquired the tea.
Okay. Augustus, your phone rings again.
Oh, damn. Right now? Really? Hello?
Where's my fucking tea?
Oh, Your Majesty. It's on its way. It really is.
Right on its way. It better be right here fucking now or I'm going to blow up the entire fucking country. Do you understand me?
We're
Because I know
right
you're with it
inside.
somewhere. Oh, good. Oh, well, bring it in then.
We'll be with you
We'll send a
instantly.
rope down.
Does she know there's a giant Costa cup suspended from a spaceship above the
Obviously
kangaroo?
not. No.
Well, actually, apparently we should send the tail round for you because you've got to carry a heavy box or something. I don't know. Anyway, send the tail round! And the tail of the kangaroo starts washing around, destroying vast swathes of Calcutta as it does so.
She doesn't sound happy.
The Sydney Opera House has now reached the outskirts of Calcutta as well. You can see that's ploughing through the poorer districts at the moment.
Wow.
It's a right. I've got a new plan, guys. We're going when we get out of this. We're going to a desert fucking island.
Lord, your phone goes.
Ooh.
This is the CEO of Eurasian Incorporated, putting you through to him now. Agent, where the bloody hell is my queen? Have you sold the country yet? Secure the queen.
We are dealing with that very issue at this very second, sir. In fact, to put it bluntly, we are in a very, very delicate part of the negotiation tactic that we have spent several weeks trying to perfect.
Secure the queen, install her in the Taj Mahal now!
We shall, sir. Don't worry. Absolutely.
As he's sort of shouting down the phone at Lord, I just get out with my knockout serums and go.
Okay, the tail of the kangaroo comes around so you can climb upon it.
Okay.
So, are we taking the tea or not?
Well,
yeah, we need to wear a guard down.
Yeah, can we perhaps put the knockout drops in the tea? Knock her out and take her to the Taj Mahal?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a liquid. Let me just see what it does. Probably knock people out.
There's bound to be a few points where we will be able to introduce the knockout serum.
Oh, it is technically injected, but it's also available in injector darts.
So you could sort of like maybe crack it open and take the fluid out?
Or she is really, really light, so I could just like pull her towards me with telekinesis and inject her forcefully.
Works for me.
You don't. If somebody resists, they're gonna easily have the strength to pull against your telekinesis, don't they?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Do you have a needle?
Well, the dart's a needle.
Right.
Med packs have got needles.
Yeah.
Right. We would only need a couple of drops, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Dip one and see if we can attach it to one of the cups, the one that we're going to use for the queen. We then tell her to be very gentle with the handle, as there is a bit of a jag, there's slightly jagged. She's bound to prick her finger, and she'll do the whole Sleeping Beauty thing for us. It's either that we wait until she starts getting the tea and we just ram her one with the dart.
Failing that, we could convince her perhaps that Indian royalty sits in the Taj Mahal and that's where she should be. If it doesn't work.
I just want her to suffer a little. She has deprived me of my sanity.
Why don't we
my
time
liberty
it?
And my tea?
Why don't we time it? So perhaps she wants to drink the tea. As she's drinking the tea, we shoot a dart. It makes it look like the tea is really soporific, makes her sleepy, and we say, okay, she needs to go to the Taj Mahal to rest up or some bullshit.
Sounds good.
This is Nazi Smack here, reporting the results of the referendum live. It looks like India is voting for war.
Of course. Why wouldn't they?
The exit polls suggest that the main reason people have given for voting in this manner is because they were unconvinced by the Eurasian Incorporated who were interviewed.
Of course.
It's the war now. Excellent.
Little camera
right.
drone buzzes around you.
You better take the tea up then.
Yeah.
Okay, you start carrying the crate of tea up the crocodile tail. As you get higher, you get a good view of what's happening.
We only need 2 to carry the crate.
Okay.
The other one, prep Ed 209. I still want this kangaroo to suffer and get crippled and fall. Although I am very, very well aware of the fact that we're about to make something cripple and fall while we're in it.
Okay, who's doing the robot then?
It's going to be one of you two because I am simply not prepared to let go of that tea again. Mine.
I can have a go at the robot.
All right,
Dashwoods.
I'll help you take up the tea, Lord. Why don't we stash a little bit on our person? They're not going to notice. It's a whole crate's worth.
My precious blend of tea.
So are you opening the crate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Inside the crate is a single Dashwood's tea bag.
Oh.
In a little hermetically sealed pouch.
You
Right.
are shitting me.
Right. That's it. I've had it up to here. I'm going to give you a damn good thrashing. Right, I'm looking for the nearest tree branch. If I'm gonna go the whole way with a cliche, I'm going the whole hog. I'm looking for the nearest tree branch or bit of wood.
Crate.
Right, you find some.
Have you not seen the bit from
Faulty Towers.
Faulty Towers?
I have watched them all, but it was many years ago.
Yeah, it's the bit where the
Basil
car,
hits his
the car finally gives in, and he's like, "Right, that's it. I'm going to give you a damn good thrashing." He gets this tree branch and starts hitting the car.
Beating his car, yeah.
Right. Okay.
I have finally. The Lord has went fully Basil Faulty
He's
now.
completely lost it.
And what are you hitting with this branch?
I'm smiting quite roughly. I am smiting both the crate and the tea bag.
So you're destroying the tea bag.
I'm completely gone now.
If he's going to do that, I just try and stop him.
It sounds like the best way to stop him is to probably jump on that tea bag like it's a grenade and you're saving your colleagues by sacrificing yourself. Because it sounds like he's going to hit it.
Or try and disarm the tree branch.
Disarm a tree branch?
Your choice. So, actions from Augustus and Xerxes. What are you doing?
I'm prepping the what's it called? The robot.
Ed 209.
Yeah,
All you have to
209.
do is take a toilet plunger off of its face.
Okay, well I've climbed on top of it. I'm grasping it with both hands, ready to pull it off.
Okay, Xerxes, what's your action?
Yeah, I'm just going to grapple him and attempt to disarm the branch.
Okay, so you're going to grapple Lord. So that is a contested roll between the two of you. That is strength plus athletics. Who has the biggest excess?
Good question. I do have advanced disarm, however.
Okay. There's rules for that and everything.
Yep.
I know.
If it helps, I missed by 5. I missed by 5. I am just.
I pass by loads.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
Okay.
accept that the branch is off me in moments.
The branch is off you, and you're placed in a restraining hold by Xerxes with relative ease. The camera drone buzzes around. Did you see that, folks? Did you see that? The way these agents have turned on each other in this moment of crisis. Meanwhile, let's bring that camera drone up and take a look at the Commonwealth's response to the declaration of war. Yes, that is 5 Cyberlins.
Ow.
I grab the tea bag and I head up the ramp.
Okay.
Stomp up almost.
Fuck it!
Okay.
Fine.
You leave him handcuffed, or you let him loose? I don't know what to do.
I'm just leaving him there, but he is still handcuffed.
Okay. He's handcuffed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again.
Lord actually has the key, the handcuffs himself. I assume you'd have all the same keys. So whether he has the sense to
No,
deal
I
with that, don't know.
think right at the moment, Lord is just completely. He's not currently in the building.
Okay. Okay. You start walking up the kangaroo's tail alone. It takes a few minutes to climb up. As you're climbing up, you can see the Cyberlins in the distance, marching on Calcutta, the Sydney Opera House approaching, the spaceships above, and the fire-breathing, city-sized kangaroo, whose tail you're climbing up. It appears the doorway is underneath the tail. There's some steps that kind of lead from the top to the underside, and you go through a little hole underneath the tail to enter.
And is the
kangaroo.
drone still following us? Or me?
Sorry, the drone. The drone is on you at the moment. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Must be a stunning view from where you are.
I basically tell her to stay with me, and I head in.
Okay. Augustus, how long are you going to leave it with no visible signs from the outside until you let a 209 loose?
I'm going to try, if I can, do just physical sort of like just trying to budget around just to point it at the kangaroo. First off.
But at 209? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, you can reposition it before you let it loose. Please turn on the lights. Please desist from manhandling me whilst I am incapacitated. Please turn on the lights.
And I'm going to whisper to it as I'm doing this. I'm going to say, oh, danger ahead. Huge mechanical kangaroo attacking Commonwealth territory. And then I'm going to pull the sucker off its face.
Okay, so you're not waiting that long after Xerxes goes inside the kangaroo's anus.
God.
Oh, it's a huge kangaroo. It's not going to destroy the whole thing within a few seconds. It's going to take a while for it to. It's a city-sized kangaroo, after all.
Mm.
Yeah, the only thing is, if it takes the legs off it, it's all going to come crashing down. But
Engaging tactical nukes.
No, I have tactical nukes.
We have sneakers.
The Sydney Opera House is bearing down on your position. It's approaching the rich areas, and I know it's just a building, but it looks pissed off. There's one of the little alien dudes on the roof. It's like, you pumped it bloody miles from the coast. You'll pay for this. Meanwhile, the Costa spaceships have finished rotating their cup. It's now sort of orientated to be sort of bottom of the cup facing the ground, and little arms and legs have come out, and it is arming itself with what appears to be 2 gigantic wooden coffee stirrers. And it is being lowered to the ground.
Okay. Right. I have a serious question. Player to GM. At this point, is there any part of this planet we're even remotely safe on?
No. I'm building up to the grand finale. Come on.
I'm going for it. Let's go.
Okay. Xerxes, you have arrived inside the kangaroo's anus.
Good, good.
Ah, you have the tea bag, says a flunky, with a white curly head wig and everything, and a red coat.
Yes, and I'm going to deliver it to her myself. There is footage as well that we can use to show how amazing she is and all that stuff. And her
Yes. Now, you'll want a cushion to bring the tea bag out on, I presume.
Yes.
Here we go. It's a nice red one with gold trim. Now, I will go ahead and prepare the room with the appropriate crockery.
We don't really have the time. We just need to do a few snaps, and we need to get out of here, actually. There's some kind of Costa cup outside.
You fail to understand the severity of the situation. Tea must be drunk properly.
You're telling me that? How fucking insulting are you? Listen, mate, there are fucking giant cups being, like, lowered from spaceships outside, and you're telling me how to do my job.
No. That would be too weak if we used a giant cup. It must be the correct sized cup.
Yes, but obviously they're not meant for us in that way. They're gonna, I don't know, boil us alive or something, or destroy the kangaroo.
That would give the tea a very bad flavor. No. Have you not served this before? Are you completely unaware of how tea works?
I flash my badge and just go past him.
Using my smeeker, I just simply say, Xerxes. He has insulted our honor as tea aficionados. There is only one way to deal with such utter ignoramuses.
Absolutely.
Dispatch him.
I'm not doing that now. We haven't got time. He can die in Costa coffee for all I care.
But it won't be at our hands.
I just march straight forward.
Ed 209 requests your assistance. Tactical nuclear missiles cannot be launched without an authorization code. Please enter 000-000 on the keypad now. Keypad comes out. Thank you for your assistance.
Okay, so I will get on the speaker and I'll say to Xerxes, this thing's about to launch nukes. You need to get out now.
I need more time. Pause it or something.
Fast as possible.
Augustus, dear boy.
Yes?
I do believe that your eyesight is failing. I mean, that keyboard that the robot there has flipped out for you looks rather small. I mean, you might not hit the correct buttons. It may take you some time.
I wasn't going to hit them until Xerxes was clear.
Yes, but you could perhaps hit not the right buttons in the wrong order. You know, do the whole.
All the right buttons, not necessarily in the right order.
Right order.
Please enter the code 000-000 now, or you will be terminated. Thank you for your assistance.
I'm having a few issues with this robot. It might be a bit more urgent. I entered this code than we previously thought.
Yeah, but we need to get the queen out, or else this is all for nothing.
Okay. Get her out now.
The Sydney Opera House is basically pulling up to your location. It's decelerating and pulling up to your location now. Little green guy on top going, that is most unbodacious. We had to walk for miles.
But
Bogus.
It was utterly bogus, and we do apologise, but our piloting skill was most bogus. It was embarrassing, really. You would have had a most excellent laugh had you seen our rather crud attempts.
Can I point the Sydney Opera House out to the Ed 209 first as maybe a bit more potential threat than the kangaroo?
Engaging tactical nukes. Please enter 000-000 or be terminated.
I
5 seconds to comply.
How many nukes are you actually carrying?
3, 2,
I wouldn't want you to waste them.
1.
Oh, hang on. 0008.
Engaging self-destruct mode. 30, 29, 28, 27.
I turn to the guy at the Sydney Opera House and say, do you? I can tell you the truth as to why we parked the way that we did. We were late. We were waylaid. A most bogus craft waylaid us. In fact, he's trying to do it again. That's why he's come here. He's trying to waylay you again. He doesn't like your craft.
And pulls out like a CB radio clicker thing. Bradley, blow them up. And the little red light on the front of the Sydney Opera House just comes on a little, very slowly. When this fires in 2 minutes, you'll be totally dead. Oh, no, not you, Bradley. Sorry. Oh, no, not you, Bradley. That was an accident. I didn't mean to threaten you. I'm threatening them. Most focus. Oops. You confused me.
I'd take my phone out.
Okay. Xerxes, you are about to enter the Queen's chamber. You have a Dashwood's teabag on a fluffy red pillow with gold trim.
Yep, cool. I'm actually running at this point because I'm thinking they're going to fire the nukes.
What are you wearing, by the way?
Good question. Something probably covered in blood.
Okay, fair enough. Right. So
I'm matching the cushion.
You run into the room with the Dashwood's teabag. That fucking time I'm parched! Let's begin the 36-minute ceremony required.
Can I suggest, Your Highness, that we do it in something that's not directly in this location? Because there's something outside that's about to blow the shit out of you.
Costa Coffee Cup is stomping over to your position with its 2 big wooden stirrers outside. The guy's outside, not Xerxes, you're inside the kangaroo's ass. Is walking over with these 2 big wooden sticks. Meanwhile, 5 Cyberlins are, well, they're within weapons range, clearly. Various weapon accoutrements and rocket launchers and missiles are bristling all over them. They've got their arms forward with lots and lots of barrels on these arms. And they're all kind of pointing towards the big flame-throwing kangaroo.
Yeah, as I say, I have my phone out. I hit callback.
Who the devil is this?
This is Lord Percival Chamberlain.
Oh.
I have been a faithful servant of Dashwood's these many years, but in the past few weeks, ever since you sent us to Boston, I have been shot at, shat at, fucked over. I've had every humiliation, including a 9-day erection, that I've had to endure.
To be fair, that was my fault, but okay.
And all because the lady wants a fucking cup of tea. Well, I've had enough. I am hereby tendering my immediate resignation. And I would just like to say, on a personal note, that the next time I see you, you're going to find out exactly how embarrassing a 9-day erection can feel.
I do believe you have the wrong number. I am the CEO of Eurasian Incorporated. You're after the CEO of Dashwoods.
I don't care. I'm telling you, I've had enough. I've had enough.
He's a very patient CEO, to be fair.
You,
Damn your eyes, I've had enough.
yes, we've got an agent broken down in the field. Yeah, fuck him.
With a 9-day erection.
Okay, Lord, your phone rings.
Yes.
Have you had an accident in the last 3 years?
This phone call was almost destined to happen at some point in its campaign. Yes, I have.
Was the accident your fault?
That's debatable.
Hang on, I'll put you through to my supervisor.
Oh, God,
Hello?
I know who it's going to be.
Hello? Hello? You had accident?
Yes, you are an accident, yes.
Not your fault?
Definitely not my fault that you're an accident.
Okay, I am Brian. I'm calling from our office in Calcutta, and I will be taking you through the application process.
Right.
Oh,
Just,
Marcus Cyberlin's foot just crashed into my office. No.
Brian?
Charlie, you're dead.
Brian,
What's
calm
happening?
down. Brian?
Oh my God. I'm
Brian?
going to do an application form for myself. I'm sorry. Come back later. Bye. Hands up.
Calm down, Brian. I want to know, have you been involved in an accident that wasn't your fault?
He just said that, started filling in a form for himself and hung up.
There was just, honestly, Becky, at some point, someone was getting that call.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Right. About bloody time my tea showed up. Now, quick, begin the process.
Yes, as I was saying, Your Highness, somewhere that's not right here. Is there a way
After
to...
tea.
No. We can have the tea as we're en route to somewhere else. We need to move.
10 seconds. 9, says that 209. Are you guys doing anything?
I'm still handcuffed.
Okay. Augustus, are you doing anything?
Yep, I'm going to punch in 0005.
8, 7,
Punch in the proper code.
6,
000-000.
0002.
3, 2.
Just
0000.
Engaging tactical nuclear missiles. Okay. We will resume this after the break.
And for the benefit of the audience, just to point out that I did actually mistake Sister Sledge for the Pointer Sisters, which, you know, another R&B all-girl group from the same period. So, honest mistake. But, you know,
What are you going to do?
Oh, God.
Apart from die now.
Oh. Well, from the sounds of it, Becky's building up for the finish now.
Yes. I don't think there was any way out of this one anyway.
No, I mean, we're you know, I think we're going to be very, 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 very lucky if we.
Yeah, it's called being screwed.
If we survive to any degree.
Survive to any degree.
No, I mean, I think we're going to. I think characters are going to get killed once this, because we've got all these hearings in the future.
Yeah.
That we're being quizzed on. So I've got a feeling that we're probably at the very least, the upshot of those hearings is probably going to be we is dead, or we is spending lots and lots of time at Her Majesty's pleasure, which I think, given the current circumstances, it could be at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Things haven't gone smoothly, have they? Really?
It's. I give full marks to corporate. I give full marks to Becky, actually, because she understands that cooperation is. It's meant to be. What if Cyberpunk was done as a dark comedy?
Oh, it's been a stunning game.
I
mean, I can't think of any single group we haven't actually insulted.
Oh no, yeah. At least we've been in equal opportunities. We haven't left anyone alone. To be honest. It's gonna be strange.
Certainly is.
And we'll see what happens next. I hope everyone is enjoying it. If you are watching at this point, Fiona, hello. She did say she would tune in at some point.
Yeah, not been following the YouTube chat as was any.
But yeah, it's been an incredible amount of fun.
It's an incredible game.
I am in awe of Becky's.
Improv is perfect, isn't it?
Yes.
And sure, when we go completely different route, it doesn't phase her at all.
No. I'm always reminded of. I think the quote is Stephen King's. It's usually attributed to him. The difference between comedy and horror is when it stops happening to them and starts happening to you.
Yeah.
But it's been a fun one.
So I think we were a bit stuck. As soon as they said we were launching the nukes, I don't think there was any way out of that one.
Yeah, it's a tough one regardless for us. We're
But you guys got some med packs with you.
You've used them all.
Yeah.
You've just launched nukes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we've just launched some nukes. Which I've not done before, so, you know, it's something to put on the CV.
Oh, and yes, there's television evidence of it. 6 months in the future, you are standing trial in a big auditorium. It's that big circular room we keep coming back to, but I haven't described it yet this session. So imagine the United Nations, but full of people, and it's kind of like a courtroom. The three of you are stood in the, what do they call it?
Dock.
The dock, yes. Also dock, yes. And opposite you is a judge. May I remind everyone that the actions of these three people nuked an entire country. And then finally, your defense lawyer comes forward. But it was a time of war. Will the comments of Fritz please be removed from the record? We won't be hearing from the defense at this time. He slams his hammer down. Two entire countries, because let's not forget Australia. Now, we will hear final testimony from the defense. Fritz comes forward. But Fritz to the rescue. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Fritz to the rescue. I like sausages, by the way. You give me good sausage if I get you off this time. This is the 35th time. I keep bringing you back to kill you again.
Oh, God.
So, I get you off this time. Judge, it's been 35 times already. You've killed them 34 times. How many more times must they die? See? Good closing argument. Fritz gets you off. And the judge strikes his hammer and says, enough from the defense. The combined death toll of these three individuals is still being compiled, but we know it's at least 1 trillion. When they've been killed 1 trillion times, maybe we'll stop resurrecting them and shooting them. To the firing squad! Brings his hammer down. And you're marched out, you're handcuffed, and you're led outside to a wall. And you're pressed up against it. And opposite you is a unit of Malambranche. When all of a sudden, a lorry crashes through the wall. Fritz is driving. He goes, I get you off this time. Fritz to the rescue. And the lorry is emblazoned on the side. Absolutely nothing special. Tea. We make new company together. Come, get on board the truck. The Malambranche is sort of tossed everywhere and disappear onto rubbles and wheel arches and axles and stuff. Do you get on board the lorry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we put it in reverse. Oh no, Malambranch stuck in the gearbox. Somebody must remove him.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll jump out and do that.
Okay, we rescue you next time. Lorry reverses out, and you're left there as more Malambranch descend on the location, and you're shot and tried again when Fritz rescues you. And eventually, you end up working for absolutely nothing special tea company for the remainder of your days.
Oh, how's Laura going to take that?
You tell me. Actually, I'll let you guys narrate what happens after what you go on to do after you've been broken out of the court case. So let's hear from each of you. Let's go with whoever wants to go first.
What I want to know is what happened in between then and now.
Well, somebody set off tactical nukes. So Calcutta was destroyed essentially, but that didn't kill Cyberlin's Kangaroo or the Sydney Opera House, which thought a big battle and huge swathes of Asia were exterminated. Then Eurasian Incorporated and Commerce fought a war over the remains, and then all the remains were destroyed.
It went well then, really.
Okay. Yeah. Well, in that case, what Xerxes would do is, because he had a much more kind of, much better work-life balance with absolutely nothing special compared to Dashwood's, he decided to do more of what he loves, which is betting on races. And he found actually a nice niche of people who he could sell absolutely nothing special tea to, except he uses the tea bags to fill it with drugs and smuggles it. So he gets a nice little living on the side by doing that.
Well, that sort of helps play into what happens to Lord. Lord has had a complete and utter mental and emotional breakdown to the point where nothing particularly special tea, as far as he's concerned, tastes as good as Dashwood's ever did. In fact, due to his years and training in psychology, he's become his own therapist and has convinced himself of this. However, what he doesn't realize is that the wonderful flavor tea that he has been drinking, that he thinks is just any not particularly special tea, but he thinks is Dashwood's, is actually Xerxes' specialty that he's been brewing. And it's caused him to be completely deluded that Dashwood's is merely actually not quite so special, and that not quite so special tea is in fact a beautiful piece of ironic advertising. And he's now happily spending his days quietly drinking what he believes to be the greatest tea in the world, completely and utterly off his nut.
Possibly the 9-day erection.
With an almost constant erection. And he doesn't care.
Augustus is trapped in a cycle of, I'm afraid, being brought back to life and being shot again continuously for quite a long time until he actually goes mad, the same as actually Lord was going.
And then you're eventually Fritz breaks you out. And what's left of you by that point?
You probably join Lord Percival in drinking not so special tea and thinking that he's back in England in the countryside, dreaming of better days in school and playing cricket and fast bowling and that sort of thing.
Okay. Of course, England isn't there anymore by the time the war's over, but yes. That's kind of it.
Well, we'll raise. I was saying during the break, to Phil, and we were both saying it, and now that you're here, we have thoroughly enjoyed this campaign. Your GMing has been superb. Your improvisational skills have been something to be awed at.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Our collective hats are off to you. And I think, you know, Jason wasn't in the room, wasn't online for that particular conversation, but I've got a feeling he echoes all of those.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was definitely the most stupid, over-the-top campaign I've ever been in. And,
But it was corporation, so we kind of knew.
Yeah,
where we were
and
going.
I think you've really sort of stretched what the capacity of corporation can do, and you've given it a run for its money.
Certainly done that.
I really like it when the end of the campaign kind of ends with everything all just gone and destroyed. It's like really impactful and stuff, and
Yeah.
so I like that. I'll miss Xerxes, but he seemed to get off pretty well in the end compared to the other two. I think he's doing fine.
I just figured after Lord, the last couple of sessions has been becoming more and more unhinged. It just seemed right that that he is going to be unhinged. from
I think
this point.
that's continuous round of being shot and recreated and shot again was just too much for Augustus. In the end, after everything they strived for, and they wanted to sell tea in America, for Christ's sake.
We couldn't even do that. I don't think we succeeded at anything in this game.
We ended up killing the people.
That could be a season 2 where you actually succeed at selling tea.
No.
I mean,
this campaign's done.
I'm fully convinced I'll never be able to sell tea in this game or in real life.
I mean, it sort of went wrong when we just crossed the bridge to the States, didn't it?
Yes. From that, pretty much from that point on, we were running uphill backwards, blindfolded.
Yes.
And enjoyed every second of it.
It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Well, I think that's enough self-gratification, enough boosting of my ego, at least as far as the public's concerned. I'm going to keep these players in this room for at least an hour more without broadcasting, so they can flatter me some more. Until then, let's start with our closing graphic.
Ooh.
And also, if you have watched this far, don't forget, people, there is an online RPG convention that you can attend for free that helps to raise money for charity. It doesn't cost a penny to do anything, but we will try and guilt you into donating a little bit because it's all for a good cause, children in hospital. You can attend that on November the 3rd this year. In the meantime, you can get information from conplus.live on September the 1st. Oh my God.
This
5
weekend.
days to go.
It's not far away.
Yeah, I need to fix that issue that I've got on the website. Anyway, so next Saturday, or if you're watching this later, already open, game sign up is live and stuff. So go check it out. Conplus.live. Here's a graphic for that. that's all from me and the players for this campaign. Undoubtedly, we'll do something else in the future and be back online. I mean, this channel doesn't just stop when this game stops. So, I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Yeah, we're still broadcasting. I just thought I'd leave it for a moment longer. You know, just could draw this out. You know,
Just to do it again, yeah.
because we get my watch time up and everything. What the hell was that noise? Somebody had a motorbike. Look, this is good for my watch time. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know. Right. I'm gonna actually click the stop button now.
Yeah. Bye,
Any
folks.
moment now.
Wow.
It's happening. Okay, I'm actually gonna do it now. I really am. Any moment now.